Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2018, and it's Career Mode episode number 69. We're on to stage 3 of the Sharjah tour. It's got a pretty hefty Cat 2, Cat 1 climb just before the end that will definitely split the field up a bit, but it's only 117 kilometers in its entirety and almost entirely flat prior to that double climb. Expect a lot of pace and a team well prepared and at the front as we begin those two climbs might just get themselves over the top and could turn this into a bunch sprint. Meanwhile, we've got Case Bowl in 8th place, Cohen in 10th. 22 kilometers left to go. We're about to hit that double climb, and they are steep ones. This is not going to be a bunch sprint, especially with the high pace. Everybody is very fresh heading into it. Simpson a little tired, but otherwise, we're okay on that. I think we should be able to get 4 guys over the top, no problem. But I have a feeling we will lose a few riders, and the peloton will lose over half. But we're about to hit the base. Let's get into the climb. And away we go. 2.5K to the top on this one. 9.4% gradient. Levels off just at the top. It's only 300 meters of climbing, so it's really not that severe. You can see at an 89, we're actually struggling to keep up, as a couple guys are attacking pretty hard here, but being right at the front is really good for us. You can see a lot of damage being done. We're still not even at the top of this first climb. Excuse me.
The pace is so high that a few riders are going to be very sore at the end of the day.
Peloton really hasn't split yet, but those in the back are going much slower, and it's stretching the field very quickly.
15 kilometers left.
Alright, over the first, recovering slightly, and let's get our sit rep. So, Case Bowl has been dropped. We'll put him on auto. So even though he was in 8th overall, this is just not suited to him. Simpson, next group on the road, has been dropped. And now the peloton. Just 32 riders up here. 32. And I've got 5 of those. So Cohen protecting Swerble, that's fine. DeVos, get you on Conchi. Wow, look at that. Swerble, 75 now, 79 today. For Vecchi's, this is 76. I think Vervecchi will make it on his own here, hopefully. I am half tempted to... Oh, we're back up to 58. I am half tempted to team time trial this second hill. A little late for that now, other than Vervecchi, Conchi, and DeVos up here. Cohen, Swerble right there. It would be possible. Burn through my guys and try to get off the front. Peloton's actually increasing in size right now. Nobody is attacking it. But here comes the first attack. It's only 3K, 11%, 500 meters. And we're about to hit the steepest section. You know what? Why don't... let's do it. Tempted. I'm so tempted. Conchi... Okay. Look at that. The whole dang peloton's back together. I'm going to go with Bull, Simpson. Put you back on auto. There we go. Cohen. Going to go forward. Let's see, Swervel's at the back right now, so stay there. Conchi for Vecchi. Voss. And I'm going to have DeVos just hang on for a moment until Cohen gets up here. I don't want him to drop back. Cohen's not going to get... Okay. Cohen is just going to try to hold position and actually just try to hang on behind Swerble as best you can. DeVos, use your gel. 10K. One rider off the front. Full sung. And he's already faded. Here's for Vecchi's gel here. It is doing damage behind us, trying to keep up with DeVos and his 92 rating. Okay, DeVos is done for Vecchi. Alright, one rider over the top. He can be caught. For Vecchi, Conchi, Swerble. Still looking good. And we've got an 11-man break chasing one. So it absolutely split the field. For Vecchi, though, he is done. It's DeVos. DeVos is still here. Okay, let's try this.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
So we are 10. We're chasing one. He's down to 13 seconds. He is absolutely being caught. Not so worried about stage win. Just worried about getting these 4 guys into those top 11 positions. 2K. Over the top. Last little hump. And then sprint to the finish. He's got it. Full Sung hangs on. It's only 3 seconds. Magnus Cort Nielsen takes second. Conchi takes fourth. DeVos, Swerble, 5-6. Vecchi, 10. Hamilton, 11. That's still really good for us. It's going to open all these gaps behind.
The race is run, but the poor souls bringing up the rear continue to cross the line. It's a bit of a knock for them.
Go, Cone. Simpson, the last little uphill swing coming in a moment. 40th, 45th for those two. '98th for Simpson. We got them all inside the top 100. We're going to see a big shake-up in the overall standings.
And here are a few of the key moments.
We got close enough that Full Sung ends up same time, so that was actually my main objective, and we pulled that off. So Conrad in the lead, Gogol 2 seconds down, Conchi just 7 seconds behind Ben King. There's Full Sung with the 10-second bonus. Campanards, DeVos. So we got Conchi and DeVos into the top 10. Hamilton, Bevan, Martinez, Swerbles up to 14th. For Vecchi is 20th. With Cohen. So it was 41 seconds to the second group on the road, and that took it to rider number 29, minute 18, and then things started to open up with Logan Owen there. Conchi leads the under 25s, and we lead the team competition after that stage. Stage 1 was that short prologue. Stage 2 sprint stage. Stage 3 what we just did, and the final stage is another sprint stage. So we'll have a couple guys inside the top 10 for the overall. It was ultimately decided between stage 1 and 3 Final 8 kilometers on this one. Still trying to bring the team forward. With only one sprinter here, it is really hard to get any sort of proper lead out. Plus, I got a bunch of guys fighting for the overall. So guys like Swerble are exhausted already in 14th place. I don't want him to get dropped, yet it's kind of looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble here. Speaking of, let's use everyone's gel. So Simpson's made it clear. Bull's there. Conchi's there. Yeah, okay. Guys are where they need to be. Swervle's in a lot of trouble, though. We're down to 4K already. So, Simpson, give me your little acceleration there. And for Vecchi, time to go. One rider left off the front, and there you go. He's been pulled in, so that's it. 2K. Going. Sprint. Oh, he lost. Bull got blocked. See that? Bull got blocked. He made it through. He's going to have to go a little bit further here. Come on, where's your acceleration? Yeah, there's your acceleration. You just don't have any. Not enough. Banashek takes it. Bonifazio second. Max Cantor there. Guys on my 2019 team. Case Bull takes 10th. Cohen, Conchi, all up there. So we get what should be 3rd in the race and then 7th in the race. That's still a good result, considering there's quite a few World Tour riders and good World Tour riders here. I mean, last stage we finished, what, 4 seconds behind Fulsung?
We've selected the following highlights for you.
There you go, no change. Decent result. We get the under 25 jersey, we get the team. Take that. Okay, a lot of Outlook stuff here. So it's early season yet, but we're looking good here. The field is fully together at this point as we approach the climbs. We've had our first climb, and it was a pretty big climb, and it did some damage, but it was right at the start, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And we allowed a small breakaway group of 3 riders to get off the front quite quickly, as, wow, things are already splitting. I did not think that was going to happen that fast. Back's already... Yeah, he's back in there. Just needs to move forward. Van Ginneken, Veldeman also back a ways. Back in there where we can see a little bit better. Alright, well that was the second biggest climb of the day. We made it over the top there successfully, but only just. The day starts to get a little easier from here. A little. There's still plenty of climbing to do between here and the finish, and I know that we're not going to all get there in one piece. But it's at least good to know that for now, things are looking a little bit better. Peloton now seeing some splits occur. Bax is still not going up there. Wow, look how fast he's going backwards because he is just... Actually, his mountain rating is really low, 62. It's his hills rating. We need to get into it a little bit, so he really does need to step this up.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
Yeah, I don't think Bax is going to make it too much further. Van Ginneken, Veldeman way up here at the front.
It's survival of the fittest, and evolution doesn't seem to favor those in the rear. There's a growing list of riders left behind. Bax is still well back here. This field will split, I think, before he ever gets back on. It's possible. I don't think it's going to happen. He's just going to
Too far back, too fast. Feldman again. Why is he struggling so much to keep pace? Well, these guys cruising along a little bit easier. Breakaway, Bilbao, and Lambrecht going for it. That is the front. Speaking of Lambrecht, that is indeed the late Bjork Lambrecht, who passed away a little over a month ago. He's been removed from the 2019 game, but not the 2018 game. And even then, I think in the 2019 game, as far as I could tell, old saves, he's still there. It's not just an automatic that he's been removed. So he's been removed from the game for new saves, but not old saves. We now have 5 riders at the front. Van Ginniken did get dropped there. So he is out. That's our first one to go. Bax is now out. I knew it was going to happen before he made it back up there. So, and meanwhile, we've got 47 riders chasing 5. Staples in a bit of trouble here. I think Feldman needs to replace, let's see, Staples. Protect Hamilton. Feldman's been struggling a little bit. Oh, come on. He's not even going to make it back. Okay, Staples. Feldman. This is splitting up a lot faster than I thought it would. I want you to get off the front here and catch back up. Catch back up. Yes, sir. Nicely done. And then you are going to protect Hamilton. Because Osorio and Hamilton are definitely our strong suits here. Fuentes, decent hills rating. It's kind of hard when you're on protection duty, though. Sometimes it's going to give you different amount of usage on that. So it's 37 riders chasing 2 at the front. They've got a minute 46, and that is Lambrecht and Bilbao. That's going to be difficult to chase down. So really, we're fighting for a top 3. This is a sponsor objective, and the objective is top 5. We now just saw another split. Came back together. Never mind. I think it's time you guys step this up a little bit. There we go. Fuentes. Yeah, he's done. I'd use his gel, but it's too late for that. Gets fairly easy after this, so whoever is left, which at the moment is 15 riders, will get to the end. It's going to be hard for those 2 to stay away for the next little while. But how much firepower is in this group of 15? None. There's no chase at all right now. So those 2 are really pulling away at the moment. Whoa, Bax is back. Let's keep you on auto. I think this is about to split again. And speaking of, what can we do? 3-man train, and I'd hit that last climb, the last double climb. That'd be the place to do it, and then just fight for 3rd. There's no point chasing those 2 down and burning myself out and then missing out on the top 5. So it's a one and done, so it's not like there's a tomorrow. Ooh, we're catching him anyway. 26 seconds. Bora and Astana. Kofidis giving chase. 17 riders now. Bax is dropped. No surprise there. Harada giving chase. This is not the one I wanted to attack on, though. Not yet. Do not leave me behind. Seriously? Why? I'm not blinking red. You guys are all just attacking. All of them. Okay, well, in that case, it's time. Osorio is the great hope. Even though he does not have a good sprint. Okay, let's go, Veldman. Don't let these guys run away from us.
climb is feared by many riders. The
13K.
very high.
Let's get Hamilton ready. Hamilton and Osorio are fresh. I don't need all three of these guys to the finish. I don't need a 1, 2, 3. There's now 3 riders on the front. And they're close. Technical downhill. It's going to flatten out for a little bit, and then we'll have that little double. Veldeman trying to bring us back in there. We're definitely getting some group separation. 4 guys now off the front. Veldeman's nearly done. Hamilton's already. And we've caught the front. We've caught the front. This is our chance because those guys are going to be tired. Hamilton. Too hard, too hard. This is the double climb. Feldman's been dropped. Kenyak's been dropped. Otto. These guys have all been dropped. Okay, we are down to a group of 6. Hamilton is done. It's 4.5K. But Osorio is fresh. 2-man breakaway. 2-man breakaway, and Hamilton's leading it out. Osorio, now it's a 4-man group. 2.5K. Follow. $1.4K. 3-man. 1K to go.
And the final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first to the line today?
We are going to get our top 5. We are going to get our top 5. Are we going to get the win? Osorio.
In the end, he found the resources to
And Hamilton. 1-2. It's Jesus Hirata in third. Veldeman has dropped back. Continues to drop back as we approach the finish line here. But that is okay because we got not only our top 5, not only a podium, but we won and took a 1-2. Hirata took third, Bilbao fourth, Lambrecht fifth. Those guys hurt by their early attack. The fact that we were able to catch them. Veldeman does get inside the top 20 in 19th. That's a very successful third objective of the season.
now for the race highlights.
Yeah, Hirata had nothing left and we were dropping those guys off one by one. And that's the advantage of having 3 teammates and having one work for the other 2. And then getting down to 2 guys and having one work for the other 1. And then saving just that little bit on Hamilton so that he could actually get second place and have Osorio finish it off. And that's because, honestly, I was thinking about top 5. I wasn't thinking about the win, but we end up a minute over 4th place, 29 seconds ahead of Hirata. So that one looks good. It's only a star and a half. It's not major. But that definitely has an impact. Wow, one day. Staples is just a cold. Teams for the Tour de France. Not us. That's sad. No Tour de France. Of course, calendar-wise, that would have been a nightmare to try to figure out how to deal with that. We would have been dropping a lot of races ultimately. Next up is the Trofeo Palma. And then we're going to be at Marseille. Coming up soon, Herald Sun Tour. And then Colombia National Championships. Tour of Oman coming up after that. And Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. Trofeo Palma is another objective, it appears. And it's one we're supposed to win. Tour of Oman is the next objective after that. A couple weeks later. That's looking a little better for us as an option. This is going to be a difficult one. We have not failed an objective yet, but the objective is to straight up win. It's the only straight up win other than some stage wins. Actually, it's our second one. 15 kilometers left in this one, and right as I go to pause to try to form my train, there's a little split here just in front of Fuentes back to Sands, from Bjork Lamprecht to Sands. So, little split. I don't know if that's going to hold. Probably not. But my riders are right here. If we are going to catch them, that's where the catch is going to have to happen. So, I'm going to form my train up in two parts. And go like this. There we go. Call this group. Get them set. So, unfortunately for me, my two best sprinters, Bax and Marini. Marini's sick. He's caught Staples cold. They are both. That is right. Both. On -3 race day conditions. Not affecting their sprint, which is identical, 77, with an acceleration of 77, but affecting their resistance and making it quite, well, pathetic. So, we're going to get these guys set and get them ready to go. Van Ginneken would almost be a better option, but his resistance isn't good either. So, between the Fuentes and Staples, they both have the same flat rating. How's their resistance? Staples slightly better. Leave him around a little bit longer. And Fuentes is going to have to start chasing right away. There we go. It's brought back together. And Guyard and Veldeman, we're going to bring them into the mix now. Fuentes. Start pushing a bit harder though with 13k to go. And as they come up beside, we're going to get these guys to file in. There we go. Veldeman is in front of Van Ginneken. And Guyard with a +2. This is always such a dangerous thing with him. So he's got the best sprint, period. He's an 82 today. Acceleration, though, is never quite up to par compared to the other guys. Today it's a 74. But the one that's always really hurt him, his resistance has been so bad. The last time he leveled up, it came up a few points. And today, +5 in that department. So a 68 on the resistance, meaning he actually has a chance to reach his full speed. It's always been the problem. He's got a great top speed, but his resistance and acceleration were so low that he doesn't get there without running out of energy first. And so timing is always so crucial for Guyard. He could win so many races, but he's never quite in the right position. So those guys will file into their position. Veldeman, I just went a hair late on timing that when I paused, but that's okay. 10k, and Fuentes is still going at 95. We've got 3 guys trying to get off the front. 5 guys trying to get off the front. Could be dangerous. Peloton actually now down to 39 riders. It's splitting. 9k, time to speed up. Fuentes, turn it on, turn it on. And there you go. Veldeman, get you ready. And Staples, we're just going 99s now. And Ginneken, get you ready. Fuentes is done. And we're out front.
Little breakaway did not last. 6K. Use those last gels. Staples nearly done. Feldman.
We're into the last 5 kilometers.
Feldman. What the heck? He and Gouillard weren't set at 99. Dang it! They weren't in the main group, so when I reset everything to 99, it didn't happen for them. Final 3K, though, Veldeman's going to have to attack here, which immediately does pull us out front, but it does burn a little energy behind. Here you go, thank Gittikin. 1.6K, and look how tired these guys are. Backs. Marini's only going to go for a second, and we're down to 1K, and Gouillard doesn't have the energy. Does not have the energy. Everybody give your sprint. He's got the speed. He gets out front, but he runs out of energy before we get there. It slows him up.
He really had to fight for that one.
Better get third at least.
Sprint finish.
He does. Okay. The objective was first. We finished third. And we finished third. And it's my error. Take total blame on this one. But Gouillard, remember that little split? Gouillard and Veldeman were in that front group. They didn't get reset. When I pulled them into the train, they were not set to 99. So that, unfortunately, derailed our strategy because Veldeman was suddenly way off the pace when it was his turn to go. And we lost our great positioning. And then had to sprint early to try to recover that position, and it just burned through the energy too fast. So it's amazing how quick it goes away. You know, there was a stretch there where we were in a position where it was just, win. Race after race after race, and you start to get that feeling that you're invincible, that you're going to win them all. And that really isn't the case. The margins are so tight. They really are. And there just isn't much room for error. And just a small, simple little error like that really sets us back. Of course, we're way ahead in the Continental rankings, and that's not changing. And we are back on top of the Super Prestige here early on in the season. It's still super early, and it's a very long season. We're only at the end of January. But this is crazy that we are that high up. Imagine what I could do with a real budget. It's a real team. Speaking of real budget, real team. If you have not seen my PCM 19 Career Mode series, go ahead and start watching it, because I actually opened my first year in Continental with a larger budget than I have right now in Season 4? Yeah. This is Season 4. I have a larger budget starting out with the Continental team. Just get the right sponsor makes such a difference. Now, of course, it's first season. I've got a Continental team there. And they've changed the contract. The contract method, the way that contracts are handled. So it's a whole different animal now. And so far I like it. I haven't finished that first season. I'm still on it. Busy calendar with a team with a big budget. They gave me a very busy calendar. But I'm navigating through that. But anyway, be sure to check that one out if you haven't. But that is going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe. And tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.